新天地ソリスティアで始まる新たな8人の物語。オクトパストラベラー2。
私は願っています。争いのない血の流れぬよう。
みんなを幸せにするようなスターになるから母さんみたいに。
俺行ってくるわ。世界中の貧しい奴らを救ってくんぜ。
俺から全てを奪った男貴様を殺すぞ。
待てだ。またこの
疑うことが私の仕事なもんで。
狩りなら任せてね。うまい肉いっぱい取ってあげるよ。思い出さなきゃ。私自身のこと。
出身地も職業も旅の目的も異なる8人から誰を主人公に選ぶのかはあなた次第。キャラクターごとに街の人とさまざまなアクションができるフィールドコマンド。バトルをしたり一緒に連れて歩いたり、さらに本作では昼と夜を切り替えることで街の様子も変化。旅人たちのフィールドコマンドを変化します。
これでどうだ。
Even the fast actions at your disposal will vary.
Entreat folks for items or bribe them for information. Explore every corner of this bustling realm to your heart's content. I wear the costume created by my papa, and then Mama was a star. She wrote her own songs and traveled the land. Of course, Para and I went everywhere with her. I want to be a star, just like you. The pathway to star is quite tough, laden with thrones, little dancer. You are really great. You never give up on your dream. Your dress is tattered. Are you sure you can dance like that, Angie? But I can still dance in this. I don't want to keep everyone waiting.
祈ってなどいない。ただ考えていた。
I didn't come here to pray. I came here to remember. To remember the friends who gave their lives on the altar of option. The Mara folk, they are my friend. They are citizens of could not one like yourself, and you showed them the respect they deserve. Not a single enemy shall pass through your storm. Eyes forward, Hikari, keep going. Clean Cook shall rise from the desert as its ruler. General Mugen will lead the pride of the military. The nation who crucifies soldiers ride at your back. I shall honor the memory of my fallen allies. My blade will not waver. You need to play a role? What does it mean to play a role? In a vast world of adventure, the places you go, the deeds you do, the tales whose hero you could become, every road is yours to take.
OCTOPATH トラベラー2は2023年2月24日発売予定。旅だと
February 21st, 2023. Embark on an adventure of your own.
Alright, we're starting now. Good evening, everyone. We're now starting our official live stream for OCTOPATH Traveler 2 at TGS 2022. We would have loved to just keep watching the screen, right? I'm your MC. My name is Imadachi from Eleki Comic. I'm so excited to be here at Square ENIX, the live show. We have the live audience in front of us, and it'll be a good way to wrap up the Square ENIX series here. And we're joined today by three brilliant geniuses from the development team from OCTOPATH Traveler 2. Let's introduce them. Hello, everyone. I'm Takahashi from Square ENIX, producer of this game, continuing from the previous title. Very honored to be here. It's great to have you here. And next, hello everyone. I'm Miyauchi from Acquire, the director of this game. I'm thrilled to join you today. And continuing from the previous game, I'm the composer for this title as well. My name is Nishiki. I hope everybody will have fun tonight. So happy to have you here. All right, everyone. Perhaps the viewers may not be able to imagine, but I think the last 30 seconds, the curtain was revealed, and we were kind of nervous, weren't we? Yes, I was. And the curtain opened manually, so we were kind of intrigued by that. No, don't mind that part. I was also wondering whether or not I would see audiences, and I was a little concerned, but I'm so happy to see all of you here tonight. That's true, isn't it? Miyauchi-san, how do you feel having a live audience right in front of you? We don't have that kind of opportunity lately, and to have so many of you here at 7 p.m. on a Saturday night, it's just so great. And what do you think, Nishiki-san? I've had the opportunity to stand in front of audiences at live concerts. Yes, that's true. But the last 30 seconds for you to see the audience revealed behind the curtain, wasn't it exciting? Yes, it was for me. I was a little nervous. We're seeing everyone in their faces and expressions. All right, so for the viewers behind the TV screen, I hope that you're enjoying as well. All right. We're now close to the launch date, but where are you at in terms of the progression? Yes, we're working on the final touches. It's a very important time for us. All right, I hope you will be talking to us about many different episodes in developing this game. For Octopath Traveler 2, we will be presenting this live show from the four of us. Please note that this live stream maintains social distance between the cast with strict measures to prevent the spread of COVID. Now, I would like to move on to the introduction of this amazing title. We're moving all the acrylic panels in front of us, but it may end up in picking up the audience's noise, and I hope that you will clap. And if anything happens, then please let us know as well. We're here to listen to your live reactions. Now, Octopath Traveler 2, I would like to have you explain the title. All right, so Takashi-san, can you show the first slide, please? All right. Octopath Traveler 2 is the second installment of the RPG Octopath Traveler series, which first released in 2018. It's a brand new game. The game is set for release on February 24, 2023, and pre-ordering is now available from Nintendo Switch, Steam, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Although it bears the name 2, there is no connection between these stories from the previous game. So you do not need to have completed the previous title, don't worry. Even those who have not played the previous game are sure to enjoy. If you are worried whether or not you'll be able to enjoy from Octopath Traveler 2, don't worry, we have you covered. So even starting from the second game, you'll be able to enjoy the series, right? That is 100% true. All right, let's move on to the next slide then. This is on the core concept. For this title, we're offering a more authentic and robust RPG that has further evolved while inheriting the core concepts of the previous title, such as telling a story with 8 main characters. You can choose your own main character. And also you can request for duels with the townspeople. You can allure them into bringing them along with you or steal from them. And all these path actions will be enjoyable for sure. And you can use the break and boost where you can enjoy diving into strategic battle play. So once again, we're continuing on with the core concepts of the previous title into evolving into a much more robust game. So you say it is an authentic way of evolving the game, but what are some of the newer and more advanced aspects of Octopath Traveler 2? Yes, there are 4 points that we see as an evolution from the previous title. I want to highlight them here. On this slide, number 1, the HD 2D graphics that have evolved to a whole new level. Number 2, 8 new traveling characters from different backgrounds and occupations. Number 3, a whole new world called Solistia, which changes from day to night. And number 4, a new battle system for more exciting combat features. Now, with just these 4 features, we're diving into a really vast world, aren't we? I'm sure you had a lot of roadblocks and hurdles along the way in developing from 1 to 2. Is that right? Yes. Together with Takahashi-san and the development team, the first concept that we came across was evolution, not just mere change. And at first glance, so that the players will notice that this is an evolution, we wanted to make sure that every single picture taken from each and every angle, every cutscene will look like a beautifully rendered painting. Right, so this leads to the very first point here, right? The evolution of the HD 2D graphics. That's right. Let's take a look at the video. This is from the actual game. And continuing from the previous title, actually an evolution of that is improved proportions of the characters and more realistic looking. And the density is improved as well in terms of the dots on the screen. So if you compare between the previous one and the current world of Solistia, it's obvious, I think, in terms of the evolution. And also, in addition, not just a look-down viewpoint of the camera, but it's more bold and various, and this makes the events and battles more beautifully rendered and dynamic. The variations in the movements of the pixel art have also increased dramatically, and battles in particular now move more smoothly. This is amazing. So improving the character proportions, what are some of the advantages of that? Yes, as you saw in the video, when using the abilities of the characters, you can see that the actions are much more variable. And like I mentioned, we wanted to really create a detailed world of Solistia. And by expanding into this very vast worldview, we wanted to make sure that the characters are fitting into this world with much more higher density. That's why we improved the character body proportions. That's wonderful. I come from the dotted, pixelated art era, and the game world, we advance into 3D, but then coming back into 2D and seeing more evolution in this sort of worldview through OCTOPATH Traveler. I think this was a new challenge for you, right? Yes. By us improving the artwork, even if we change the camera work a little bit, you will see no disruptions. It's really seamlessly and beautifully rendered. Right, so not just from front view, but back and close up and zooming out, and through the events, you can see that the camera work is very bold and dynamic, and also in the battles as well. So it has very much varied intensity. I see. So this leads into you saying every scene becomes a beautiful painting. That's right, because we didn't want to make it too 3D. It's the evolution of HD 2D that we really focused on. Right? So Takahashi-san, isn't this something that you marveled at as well? Yes, because it's even tougher than an evolution of 3D. Right, and he's known to be a really generous director, right? No. A lot of victims fell under the command of Miyoji-san. Don't divide among the team. We all get along, no worries. So you were all very particular about the development, right? And I think that's really obvious from the scenes that we just saw. All right, so that was the first point, which is the evolution of HD 2D. Now moving on to the second point, let's move on to the second slide then. In this new title, we have 8 brand new travelers coming from different backgrounds, professions, and objectives. The starting points for each of their journeys are also different, with some starting off on islands with an Asian flavor, for example, island with the wild ones, beast-like people, others from remote islands, such as a prison island off the continent. So, a lot of variety in the characters. Okay? Every single character, it's so rich in story, right? That's true. I hope you will imagine what kind of journeys they will embark on. And we always struggle which main character we should select, right? That's one of the enjoyable things about this game. Okay, now looking at this slide, let's all start enjoying the game from this point on choosing your own main character. Personally speaking, what are some of the characters that you are promoting?
個人的なものですからね。まあ音楽的にはアグネアをちょっと置きたいですね。なるほどなるほど。踊り子。かなりちょっと音楽的にはですね。なんだろうな。割と特別扱いをされていて。でも
捉え方されちゃいそうですけど。
Maybe people don't like it to have the bias. But she wants to be the world star, right? And then she is a dancer. So we do have the direction to have the great music for her story. After completion of the first title, we felt like we really wanted to include the great music for the actor, I mean the dancer. That was the idea that we had. So this is the reason why we actually created many music for her. Yeah, that's right. That was very hard. But maybe you talked too much. Sorry, but you really need to get along with them. Anyone? Any others you really want to focus on? Well, I really love everyone. And I really want to cover the location later. Because the last time we actually focused on the 30th or the 40th century, count, but we actually target the more recent era compared to the first title. So you'll see the civilization there, and you will have the more sophisticated activities like business. Yes, yes. So how about you, Takahashi-san? I received this question last time, and I was like, all those three characters were just my kids. So, if I may say, except for those two went, but I would say Oswald. Scholar. Yeah, because as I said, he is in the jail and then he has a family. And he has a kid, and then this is the first activity. Because the average age of the developers are now increasing, and we do have the family, right? So, yeah, that's something very unique out of the 8 members. Yeah, I saw PV, and there's so many good explanation behind each character. Next. Let's go to the next slide, please. The third one. We have the concept of the day and night. That's not the unusual. Maybe you are familiar with it. But the thing is, you are able to switch day and night by pushing just the one button. So, day and the night, as you can see here, it's obvious that the scenes are totally different, and their lifestyle or the activity in the town are totally different too. So you are able to evolve in the activity with your town people. It's just your god. You change the time and the day. That's really good, and I see the totally different atmosphere in each picture here. Because people said like we didn't have the night last time. Yeah, to be honest with you, we didn't have the night at the first title, but this time we are able to switch from day and night. And then past activity is used for each day and a night. Go to the next please. So you switch from night and a day, and then you will change your command. I mean the past activity per day and per night. They do have their face in the day and then face at night. Yes. For example, Hikari on your left side, they are able to battle against the town people daytime. And the dancer here, she actually is able to bring people to get along with her, like a temptation. So that's something he can do. And Hikari, by the way, at night, he bribes. I mean, he tried to purchase the information by giving the money to the town people. Is he? Yes. And then Agnia tried to entreat, tried to get the item for free from the town people. That's her activity at night. So many comments here. Bribe and the entry, and then Hikari actually gives money and tries to flee against the town people in the daytime. No, I mean it's just separate. I mean day and the night. He does not purchase the win by money, right? No, I don't think so. But you are able to try many things here. So there are so many things that you can do, and path activity is something your choice. You know, just a deviation of the story, right? So, but if you don't want to do it, that's okay to just follow the main line. But if you are able to spare time to enjoy some past activity, you can just enjoy communicating with the town people there. Yeah, I mean, night and a day. How about the music? Oh my goodness. I was like, I need to create this double music. I mean, in terms of the number, that's what I was thinking in the beginning. And I saw the screens and the scenes, and I felt like the atmosphere at night was great. I mean, marvelous. So, yeah, I mean, you actually had the image to compose some particular music? Well, in this development, they actually created the image at the earlier phase, and they gave me the direction at the earlier phase. So I saw the night scenes, and I was like, oh, that's very great. That's very great. I love it. So,
昼の音楽をその夜のアレンジにするってことをどうしてもやりたくて
One way is like I really want to arrange the music from the day to night. I really want to have a different version of the music at night. Yes.
どんぐらいやっぱロードがやっぱ15秒ぐらい入るんでしょ夜
I mean, you should wait for the 15 seconds to shift to the night, right? To switch from night and day. Yeah, just the one button, no loading. Just the one shot, quite immediate. So I really need to, write the music in a seamless way from the night to day to night and vice versa. Because at night the music is quite calm and the tempo is quite slow, right? And I try to switch the different tempo music by one button. So that is very difficult, and I made so many efforts to achieve that. So, I mean, you don't have to switch day and night, but by clicking or by changing from night and day, you are able to change your mindset too. I understood. That's great. Oh, comment says, I will push and push and push. I just try to push many times. Oh, don't do it. That would be very busy for your screen. So please listen to the music. So seamless music, but the change in night and day by just one button, and there is no stop and loading in between. No. Seamless. Yeah, that's something I really want to try. I wanted to try from the beginning. Because I don't want to cut the scene. I really want to have the seamless screen and the atmosphere. So if you can enjoy from night and day in a very smooth way, you are able to enjoy both atmospheres, right? In a very smooth way too. So this is quite something I really want to try from the beginning. I understood. Seamless is your middle name, I think, Nishiki-san, I think. According to the comment. Alright. So please focus on the music too. So last one, the fourth point. Yeah, new system and deep battle experiences. And I just want to point out the new system called latent power. But rather than explaining in detail, you really want to see the actual screen, right? Actual playing. Right? That's your wish. So I just want to switch to the screen. Are you ready for that? Yeah. So let's go to the console and then see the screen. So Miyauchi-san is going to play. Yes. Please.
じゃあお願いします。
Okay, please go ahead.
初公開です。
The first time to show. First time to show here.
初実機プレイ
Look
という
at
こ
the
とで。
crowd.
そうですね、世界初ですね。
The first time in the world. In the
こ
world.
れ
Yes.
同時通訳で海外の方も
And
で
we
す
do
よ
have
ね。
the simultaneous interpretation too. So
いや、雲やっぱいいですね。
look at the
これすごいですね。
cloud.
そうですね。このやっぱり明暗の表現っていうのが
So the
一時期すごい
expression
大
of
事
the
なんで、
nature is quite important.
なんですかね、力入
Thank
れ
you
て
for
構
notice.
成してます。
We actually made a much effort to do so.
巡ってみましょうか。
And let's go to
でき
different
る時間が
towns.
許す限り。
As time allows for us, let's choose the where do you
いや
want
で
to
も
go?
先ほどちょっと言ってたな、
For
11時ですね。
example, the basement
獣
village.
人、はい
はい
いるところをちょっと見ていいしましょうか。ケノモ、ケノモ、わかりやすい。
Alright, so the village name is called Kenomo.
いいですね。やっぱここら辺がね、早いんですよね。
Isn't this nice? Because you can travel to a different town or village instantaneously.
ストレスないんですよ。
Yes, that's true, because then that's stress-free. Correct. So it's a village where the wild ones live, but you also have regular people living there as well.
なんとこんな感じで獣人がいるんですね。
So it looks like this, and then you come across the wild ones.
干し肉がうまいぞとか結構
They're saying lines like, "We love dry meat." You can see their ears sticking out of their heads, right? And they live in these houses. This is what their village looks like.
共存しているというか。
So two races are living side by side on this island.
そうですよ、そんなことしてたら。
I have a feeling trouble is going to ensue between these people.
喋れますね。
So you can speak to this lion-like statue. It looks like a statue. You can. That lion was staring into the ocean.
紹介するときに撮っときましょう。
そうですね。
気になるな。
So I'm sure you're curious, but we'll leave it at that.
まあ上下の移動とかすごい別にここ
You can see that they can climb up ladders. So this game introduces the element of elevation in height and depth.
木の上の
I
あと
see.
獣人はあれなんですよ。
Now,
お金でやり取り
these
できないから
wild
腰肉じゃ
ones,
ない
you
とやり取りできないから
interact with them, but you need dry meat
はい。
to barter. I see. So that's their currency. Yep. So, taking a step deeper into the worldview, because the last game was more the medieval times, and now this is a very different world. I think the characters,
海を隔てた2つの大陸を舞台として
they represent a very vast world, and the ocean in this world divides the world into two continents, west and east. And then now some time has passed and you can see the sun is setting. Right, so natural time progression will show a change into evening, sometimes automatically into sunset or dawn, and that will further the enjoyment of your gameplay. So let's move on to a different place. There are so many locations. Are you sure you want to show us this far? We're just in the beginning of the game, right? Okay, moving on to the next place, which is called Oars Rush. Now, listening to the music, isn't it seamless? It's really emotional, isn't it? Right, thank you so much for that. This is sort of like a town in the Wild West with the pirating spirit very much alive, with mines, sort of like the gold rush. And we've developed the interior of the shops and stores meticulously. So you can see with more height and depth and more interior of the locations in the shops, something that we want you to focus on as well. Okay, so between night and day, this is how it will change. You can see that the music has livened up. It's more bright. Very different music. Correct. It's drastically different. I think this was a type of music that we didn't hear in the previous game. Right, so it's the Wild West. pioneer sort of music. I didn't want to make the music repetitious from the previous game, and I wanted to explore different genres. And the music also changes into the night as well. From the bustling kind of music in the daytime, it changes into a more calm and relaxed, mellow sort of music. Wow. Even now, the music changed, right? It's all very seamless and smooth. So I'm sure you composed a lot of music for all of the villages and towns, right? Yes, yes. You saw all of the locations on the world map. We needed music for all of these places, right? And for both day and night. Seems like they were trying to kill me. No, no, no. It really was a pleasure working on this game because I was tested in my composer skills and showing that difference between night and day, but also connecting them seamlessly. That was a challenge. So you've taken your inspiration from real life? Well, just as an example, say it's sort of like a same snowbound region as this previous genre. I did want to make it the same. I placed a focus and significance on the scenario of the main character, and I wanted to show different aspects of snow, even if it was sort of like the same kind of snowbound village. And taking into account the starting points and the origins of the characters and where they're coming from, and their individual journeys and stories. Alright, so you weren't basing it off of the real world, but more really working off of your imagination of Solistia. Correct. Now, we jumped over to the next location, the next town. And you can also move around in canoes and these ships as well, and you can embark on a vast journey over the ocean. Isn't that amazing? So that means we're going to embark on these ships, right? Maybe. It's very detailed, very intricately made. Right, and looking at all those details is another thing we'd like you to enjoy. In this sort of city, which is having a very urban taste, I don't think this kind of city existed in the previous game. Very beautiful, isn't it? And here too, the soundtrack changes between night and day. It's very moody. It has a feeling to it. It's a little bit jazzy, isn't it? This genre didn't exist in the first game. And it's sort of like you want to hold a glass of wine in one hand and enjoy the music here, right? And in comparison, the daytime music, it's more up-tempo. It's more energetic. Right. It's great switch over between night and day. And just enjoying that, I think you can spend an entire day. Right. So let's take a look at the path actions and see what you can do. Okay, let's do that for sure. You can duel the townspeople, like in the last game, but Hikari, if you win the duel, you can obtain the other person's skills. I see. And that will compel you to talk to many different people in the game. And he's a warrior, so he can use his sword and spear. But now he can obtain the skill of exploring using like a dagger. And this is the first time we're revealing the battle music. Let's listen to this for a moment. You can see the abilities that are showing on the screen. This is a strong opponent. Depending on the weapons that you have equipped, the graphics will change as well. Okay, and the latent power, I think we're seeing a glimpse of that as well, right? Correct, and that's the break. Very dynamic, isn't it? And then you saw the boost. Alright, and then that ends up in him obtaining his skill using a dagger, so he can use that weapon whenever he wants to. So it's sort of like customizing in your very own way as you progress in the story. Now, with Agnia's Allure and Seduction, her path action, she can allure others to join the party, and in battle, the townspeople will play instruments to sort of help boost her power. So I wanted to show that to you a little bit. So previously it was just a simple battle, but when she dances, the other people that she brought along will play instruments. Okay, so speaking with Takahashi-san, what we wanted to do was, because she's a dancer, we wanted to develop her story and do something with that, with the other dance people and in the battles. Alright, so this is a good opportunity for us to explain a little bit more for the nighttime.
For this bout deal, we are able to purchase from him at daytime, but we are able to hire him at night. And then this character is able to have the acumen to find out the skill sets to purchase something in a very good way or in a discounted way. So let's go to the next one. And I hired, and so many people behind Hikari at this moment. How many? You'll see that. And if I purchase here, you see? You saw it? Right down, you saw the icons. They negotiated and then they got the discount. And then in terms of the skill set, you need to use money. This effect will be coming up. And also, there are some more skill sets for the merchandising. But this is not something you need to do, you must do. But if you really want to take some action against the NPCs here, you should do that. But you don't have to. In other words, you can ignore and you are able to just follow the main line, because time will pass quite fast if you just try to communicate with the NPC. Yep. And let's go to the battle. Yes. Oh, is it a field? Yes, field. So let's listen to the music. Look at the graphic here. High density, very detailed, very fine. So here's the battle in the field. We take the first attack. So I want to dance here to see the session from the townspeople. Look at that. He runs here, and then he uses his instrument and he gives the buff to her. And I just want to show the latent power here too. So what is it? For this character, if I push the latent power here, the PP will be max, like a cap. So it gives us to widen the choice of this battle. So after that, this capability will be passed to the Hikari in this time. Let's take a look at it. So with that, Hikari is able to use his special skill from the beginning, because he has already obtained the power from the previous character. So without taking the time, this Hikari is able to use their special skill set. Very great.
いやかっこいいな。
All enemies are killed. Yes.
ブレイクしてブーストして技を叩き込む。
Last time we needed to do some break and we needed to do the boost. But this time we now have the allotment power so that we are able to make any other options to give power or receive power that will generate a drama in the battle. Understood. Maybe one battle is able to be the experience for you to have the better battle in the future. Yes. And then seamless music change from day to night and from battle to field. Amazing. And I do have one more element that I want to show here. Battle is something you need to do many times continuously, and I could eliminate the wave, and you can change the game speed from the left down, double speed. Very fast and a good tempo to proceed the battle. And the skill set? Yes, skill set will be used in a very short time, and also you can see the tempo of this battle with the double speed. So it's your choice. Yes. And obtained skill sets are there, and the spears and the sword are not enough to get the break shot to the enemy sometimes, so you need to use the skill set you obtain from the town people sometimes. And here's the other skill set from the different characters, and I just can enjoy the battle. But you want to see something else? Yeah, in the usual battle music, it's something very difficult for me to create or compose. So I was a little bit naive or a little bit sensitive to create this music. Because people listen to this music so many times, right? So that's something I really want to be clear. And I really want to hear the feedback from the users. Yes, the time for the normal battle is quite long in the series of the game, that's right. So I actually created quite carefully about this music. Please enjoy that. Thank you. So this is the end of the battle demonstration. I do have 3 minutes to go. So let's go to the event. As I showed a little bit. Can I show the event? As time allows? Yes. I want to show the title screen too. Thank you. Very short. And I do have the many characters here. And where do you start? Well, I chose Hikari. Just showing the first event a little bit. Very grand. Look at the camera movement, and that was also seamless too. And here's the battle. Yes. And here's a tutorial to get used to this system. Yes. So let's keep it speedy to show the event as much as I can.
まだまだだな。このまま進むぞ、リツ。おう。
上に行くと、あら、俺は
Top of the hill? Yes.
ドの活躍で敵を知る。
そうっすね。
He seems quite strong.
あ、
Oh, it's time? It's time to
ここ
stop?
までですね。
Unfortunately,
そうっすね。もう序盤からグイグイ来ますね。
yeah, we actually had
そうです
the
ね。すごい、
great
やっぱり
stories in the
序盤だ
beginning.
けじゃなくてもう全
Not
部
just
すごい
about the
はい
first event, but all characters and all the events are well
ということで、
structured.
もうちょっとですね、皆様
So
テンションめちゃくちゃ上がって、
maybe
本当にコメント
you
入
are
れてくだ
quite
さる方もす
excited
ごい
at
んで
this
すけども、
moment. I
そ
saw
ろそ
there
ろ
so
お時
many
間が
comments
近
here,
づい
but
てまい
it's
りまし
time
た。
to
さあ
wrap
ここから
up
ですね、
a
オ
little
ク
bit.
トパ
So
ストラ
from
ベラー
now,
2コレクターズエディション
I
紹
really
介の
want
コ
to
ー
go
ナ
to
ーという
the
ことになります。
collector's
なんと
edition
本
of
日
the
の実
Octopath
物を
Traveler
持ってきてくださったと
2.
いう
Today we
こ
do
と
have
で
the
す。
wheel
高橋さん、
product
ご
in
紹
front
介
of
お
you,
願いいたします。
Takahashi-san.
そ
What
れ
is
では
yours?
スライ
Yes,
ドを表示お願いい
let's
た
go
し
to the
ます。
slide.
はい、こちらスクエアエニックス E ストアにて
So
コレク
the
ターズエディショ
limited
ンが数
edition
量限定
is
で予
now
約受付中
available
です。
for pre-order
ゲー
in
ムソフトの
limited
ほか、8
quantities
人の
at
旅人
Square
たちを
ENIX
生き生きとか
e-store.
たどった胸像フィギュア
We do have the bus
それから
figure with
見
the
開きい
A
っぱいにイラス
travelers
トが
and
掲載され
also
た豪華想定のアートアルバム、
art
そし
album
て
with the
サウン
full
ド
page
トラックには
spread
入らない
with the
エク
luxury
ステンド楽曲などを収
decoration
録
and
した
extended
CD、
music
こ
are
れらの限
included
定アイ
in
テ
the
ムを
CD.
日本国
Those
内
are the
販売
limited
分はオリジ
version,
ナルデザイン
and
の
then for the
グ
Japan
リーティングバッグに収
shipment,
納してお届
we
けい
will
たします。
contain
はい、
in
と
the
いうこ
one
とで
chocolate
今回はそ
bag
の
to
中身
ship
を
back to
持
your
ってきてく
place.
ださったという
So
こと
here's
で
the
すね。
contents of the
じゃ
bag.
あ画面
Yes.
映していただけます。
So could you go to the slide, please? Can you
さあ
see
まずは
this?
どこから行きましょうか。
So where do we start?
宮地さんからゲームソフトですね。
Right,
ゲームソフ
so
トです。
Miyachi-san,
はい。スイッチ
in front of you, you have the actual game for PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch.
あ、これですね。
And in front of Takashi-san, we have the 8 bus figures of the characters.
すごくいいものになってます。デザインも
So high quality, isn't it?
生島さんたちが
Designer Ikuchishima-san and all,
そのデザインの通りに仕上げたという形
they gave the instructions on how these should be made,
さあそして
and we followed those instructions
あと
very
アルバムですね。
detailed.
そしてそれをすべてこちらのキルティングのバッグに
Okay, and also this collector's edition will be included in this kilted bag. It's pretty big, isn't it?
あ、なるほど。はい。それがもう
And these
全面に
are
あしらって
showing
あ
the
ります。
icons
は
of
い、
the
これも
jobs
ジッ
or
パーで閉まります
professions.
のでね。
And
大丈夫
it
便利ですよ。
comes with a closure and
見
the
られま
zipper
せ
at
ん
the
から
very
ね。
top.
さあということでこちら
Very
の方
convenient
が
bag.
今もう予約受付中ですかね。そうですね。
We're already opening the pre-orders.
そ
Yes.
の中でもやっぱしちょっとね。CD が CD が若干ちょっと気にな
And
りました。
the
2
CD,
人は入らないって言ってましたけど。
we're curious about
はい、
this.
どういうことでしょうこれ。
はい、まあちょ
Can
っと説
you
明する
tell
と
us
です
a little
ね、
bit
まあ
about the CD? Yes, of
バトルエ
course.
クステンドと呼んでいる音
Octopath
楽演
Traveler,
出を取り
we
入れてま
have
して、
music that's
まあ
called
その
Battle
簡単に説明するとボ
Extensions.
ス戦前
And
の
what
イベン
this
ト
is
曲から
is
ボ
from
ス
the
戦
event
にこう
music
突入する
before
時
the
に
boss
これ
battle,
もまたちょ
in
っとシー
between
ムレスや
that
りがちな
to the boss battle,
私
to make this a seamless transition.
登場しましたね。
最初のきっかけなんですけど、
はい
そのイベン
once
ト
again,
の
we
曲
have
か
the
らボス
keyword
曲にこうシームレ
seamless.
スにこう曲が
But
つながると。
so
で
that
そ
the
れって
music
そのゲーム
continues
の
on
中でしか
seamless.
こう聞
This
く
is
こと
what
が
we call the
できなく
extensions.
て、ワンでちょっとその
And
サントラに入れられなかったのが、
The first game, we weren't able to include that within the soundtrack, and the users were demanding for this to be included in the actual album. Therefore, for this too, we included all patterns that we edited from these battle extensions. That's going to be a tremendous amount, isn't it? Right. And the amount of music that you can include in one CD album is predetermined, so I needed to edit it down to the very last minute and second. And you were able to include all patterns? Yes. I did my best. I struggled to be creative about it because in some sections I had to put on a fade effect in the music. But I did my best. I poured my heart and soul. I hope you will look forward to this. And for this creative direction, I hope that you will clear the entire game, listen to the music in the game, and then relive the scenes that you just played through this CD album. which means you'll be able to enjoy the game experience twice through this collector's edition, right? And the battle extensions for Hikari the Warrior, from him continuing into the boss battle, I've brought the music for this.
ナイスタイミング。ナイスタイミング。
もう終わりが近づいてきて、アナウンスなんとか。
Wonderful music, isn't it? Thank you so much for that. First time we're hearing this. Sort of like collab music for Hikari the Warrior. We're kind of pressed on time, so you weren't able to hear it if you're in from the screen, but we were listening into the announcement from the venue. But we listened into the music more than the announcement in the background, and we were amazed by it. So I hope that you will get a copy of the collector's edition, play through the game, and also listen to the album. Didn't we have so much fun? It was so exciting. With the music ringing in our ears, this means that we're coming to a close, unfortunately. So can we have a few last words? Starting from Nishiki-san, the composer of this beautiful music. Through Octopath Traveler 2, I was able to engage in new music direction, and talking with Takashi-san and Miyaji-san, we wanted to do something musically that we didn't do in the previous title. And I was able to use all of my composer skills and do everything that I wanted to do. Things that I wasn't able to do from the previous title. And now I'm so proud of the music that I've composed in the game that we developed. So, looking forward to further developments, and please look forward to the launch of this game. Thank you very much. Now moving on to Miyaji-san. What are your thoughts? As you probably guessed from all the scenes that we've introduced, our relationship between Takashi-san, Nishiki-san, and myself, this is a continuation from the previous title, and the teamwork is just amazing. We have all of the core staff members, and this really expresses the heart of Octopath Traveler. And because of our teamwork and our relationship, this is the reason why we've been able to really birth this game. And I really look forward to all of you playing this title. So keep a lookout for the launch date. And thank you so much to the live audience today as well. So lastly, Takashi-san. At long last, finally, to be able to announce all of these details to you, I'm so happy. And I really feel the response of the audience from all the content that we share. I'm excited, at the same time nervous. But although I am anxious, we are working on the final touches at the development team towards the launch of the game. So we still have a few more months until February 24th, but please look forward to it, and thank you so much for tonight. Thank you. I'm sure we'll be hearing more from you until the launch date. Yes, that's true. Please look forward to that as well. And once again, Octopath Traveler 2 is scheduled for release on Friday, February 24, 2023. It is now available for pre-order as well as the collector's edition. And thank you so much to the live audience and also to our viewers. So that's it for tonight. Thank you and goodbye.